ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 6 continues.
Anti-Muslim sentiment and attacks are on the rise after recent terror attacks and now comments from presidential candidate Donald Trump. Ahmed Rehab is the executive director of the Chicago office of CAIR, the Council on American Islamic Relations. Ahmed, good morning to you.
Good morning, Terrell.
First, on a personal note, are you concerned, do you fear, or have fears about your safety?
I have concerns and fears for the safety of my community. On a personal level, maybe I'm thick-skinned, maybe I've seen too much, but I know many people who are actually afraid going out because they look visibly Muslim. They wear a headscarf or something, and there have been incidents of people being harassed or targeted just because of their appearance.
Let's talk about Donald Trump's comments. There's been widespread condemnation to those comments, but I want to share some poll numbers with you, and this is a Bloomberg Politics poll. Among Republican primary voters, 65% favor a temporary ban on Muslims entering into the United States, and a third say they are now more willing to vote for Donald Trump now. Your reaction to that?
My reaction is that Donald Trump is just sort of the tip of the iceberg, and that there's a larger problem in this country, and that is the conflating Islam with terrorism, conflating terrorism with Islam, and not being able to understand that Islam is a faith practiced by 1.6 billion people peacefully, and that ISIS and Al-Qaeda are groups that are essentially cults that are aberrational, not within the normative mainstream, but in the radical fringe that most Muslims around the world condemn and are victims of.
One of the survivors of the Paris terror attacks recalls hearing the gunman yell Allah Akbar before opening fire. In the San Bernardino terror attacks, that couple pledged support to ISIS. Because of these incidents, I'm just curious, is there a quick rush to judgment when it comes to the Islamic faith, and what do you want people to know?
Well, first of all, the term Allahu Akbar, God is great, is abused by these individuals, like they abuse Islam and everything related to it. For us, it's something that we say when you're doing something good, not when you're doing something bad. And what I would want the public to know is that you need to be able to understand the difference between the normative mainstream Muslim community, your doctors, your engineers, your lawyers, your students, your professors, your cab drivers, your grocery shop owners, everyday people who practice Islam the way the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, preached it, and those who are politically motivated, who hide under the cloak of religion in order to further their very narrow political radical agenda. We have the same problem in this country with some in the Christian right, with people like Trump who abuse the values of this nation, talk the talk and pretend to be part of that, but in the end have a personal agenda that goes in the face of the Constitution, in the face of American values, and frankly is an embarrassment to the nation. As an American, I'm concerned about this just as much as I'm concerned about radicalism in Islam as a Muslim.
Ahmed Rehab from the Chicago office of CAIR. It's good to have you this morning. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Judy, on over to you.